it's Steam Next Fest time. It is time for Steam Next Fest. Here's the thing. I looked at 208 games from the February 2025 Next Fest. They sent me their data, okay? And what I'm doing is I looked at every single game, and I'm going to tell you exactly in this Next Fest, this October one, I'm going to predict how many wish lists you get based off this data. All right, let's take a look here. First off, I just want to say this Next Fest is going to be stressful, but you're going to be fine. Everything's fine. You're going to be fine. Okay, let me show you. All right, so if you have fewer than 1,000 wish lists going into Next Fest, you're going to earn 462 wish lists. Your best case, if you pray super hard, you're going to get 4,000. You're going to end Next Fest with an extra 4,000, okay? If you go into Next Fest with 10,000 wish lists, you're going to end up earning about 1,500. In your best case, if you pray super hard, 10,000. That's it. If you have 100,000, just under 100,000, all the way down to 10,000. I didn't put both things. I just said less than 100,000. I know somebody in the comments going to be like, oh, Chris, what if my games, all these, It's a range, okay? I just didn't want to write because it takes up too much space. All right, you're going to earn 6,360 wish lists. Best case, if you pray super hard, 45,000. And if you've got, the big boys, you got over 100,000 wish lists, look what you're going to earn. You're going to earn probably 23,000 wish lists. And if you pray super hard, best case, 42,000. Notice, sometimes when it gets a little weird when you get this many wish lists. Sometimes you can earn more if you have fewer. But don't overanalyze that. I think it's just the sample size is small enough at the top size. Okay, I'm doing this because I've got a big sale right now. Just while Next Fest is going on, I'm putting all my courses on sale. Just check them out. howtomarketgame.com/courses. That's it. All right. So here's what the graph is. This is the number of impressions driven by the store page. You have to filter when you look at your traffic. Just search just for your store page. You get this data. Here's how Steam Next Fest works. If you have a bunch of wish lists going in, they give you more visibility. And the big boys at the top that already have a lot, the store page gives them all the visibility. Everybody else is battling it for this bottom thing. And it depends on how good your game is. It just make a good game, like I say. Now, you can figure out how your Next Fest is doing by about Thursday. Okay, so what happens is Monday and Tuesday, Steam Next Fest gives a baseline of visibility. They give everybody a guaranteed minimum. That doesn't mean everybody gets the same. This is what people always mix up in Reddit. They always say this wrong. Steam Next Fest guarantees a baseline the first 2 days. And here's that baseline. See it? This is their guaranteed baseline. The big boys earn more. Not everybody gets the same. They just get the same baseline. Okay, so watch. These games, Monday and Tuesday, you're going to see about the same. They're just trying you out. The machine learning algorithm's trying you out. Wednesday, you kind of find out. Thursday, you seriously know what Steam thinks of you. And by Steam, I don't mean just the algorithm. I mean Steam players. Okay, Steam shows your game plenty. But if they don't like what they see, Steam cuts your visibility. Okay, and see how this line, this is the brown tier, the bronze tier. Well, let's call it bronze tier. Cut your visibility. So what's happening is on Friday, I'm gonna make you feel better. I'm gonna do a live Q&A on Friday. You should have all your data from Thursday, everybody. So live Q&A. So down below, click down below. That's how you sign up for the live webinar. It'll be on YouTube, just on YouTube. I'll make it nice and easy for you. People love YouTube. I don't know why. They love it. So I'm going to do it on YouTube. But on Friday, this coming Friday, we're all going to look at our data together to find out how your Thursday went. If it stayed steady, you're okay. If it dropped, not so good. If you're diamond, it's fine. If you got all this impressions, that's like 130,000 impressions only from the store page. Remember, here's the thing. It's impressions from the store page. You find it in the Steamworks. Okay? That's what you're going to feel. So we're going to talk about Friday how you feel. Okay? Now, people wonder, how do I know, what's going to happen? It's very predictable, actually. Steam Next Fest is not a surprise. That's why I say you're going to be fine. There's not that many surprising things. Remember, I studied 208 games? The surprising thing is that it's not surprising. If you go in with low wish lists, so watch, the wish lists that you enter Next Fest with are right here. I asked 208 developers to share their data with me, and they did. Here it is. The further you go on this side of the scale, remember, this is logarithmic, you earn more. You see? It's just like perfect cone. And so a lot of people, I even see this stuff like on YouTube comments and stuff. People are like, oh, it'll be fine. You should just kickstart your visibility. Just go in. No, 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 no. Look, if you go in with low wish lists, you earn nothing. Don't do that. Wait as long as you can. You're just not going to earn anything. This is not a super statistical thing. I just kind of eyeballed this thing because I don't want to do all those regressions and stuff. But if you could just see, once you get about over on the 2,000 wish list side, stuff starts popping. It starts popping like popcorn over here. On the under 2,000 entering NextFest, maybe this one game, look at that one game, it got about 4,500 wish lists. Everybody else just jammed down on the bottom. Stuff doesn't really start moving and happening until you get on this side. Now, look, there's plenty of games that had pretty high wish lists, like this little bugger. See the little dude right there? Poor guy. He went in pretty good with a lot of wish lists. Still didn't earn many. But your chances are higher, okay? Remember, this is probability. Notice this is not a pure line. It's not a pure line. It's just kind of random chance. But you can see in the random chance, your best bet on your 2,000 wish list is this dude. That's your best. I'm going to pray every night to be this dude. That's your best choice. It doesn't happen. It's not like, oh, man, you get discovered. And that's the thing people don't understand about Steam NextFest. It's not about like, we're going to kickstart visibility and hopefully to land a publisher because we're getting no wish list. So we're going to kickstart our visibility with Steam NextFest. Here's what kickstarting your visibility looks like. It doesn't kickstart. There is no kickstarting. Instead, Steam NextFest is a multiplier. It boosts what you already have, okay? And I'm sorry if it's too late. It's too late. You're in NextFest. There's nothing you can do. There's just nothing. I'm mainly telling this to everybody who's planning to do the NextFest. You're hearing about all this NextFest chatter. It's mainly for those going forward in the future. But if you are in NextFest, and let's say you're on here, you're like, what do I do now? Just pray. Pray that you're this bubble right there. You just want to be that guy. That just pray every night that you're going to get 4,000 wish lists. That's what it is, okay? 4,000 wish lists right there. It's too late. It's too late, okay? So basically all you got to do, and I'm sorry if you're in NextFest right now and you went in with under 2,000 wish lists and you thought you could kickstart your visibility. I'm trying to tell y'all, I try and tell everybody about this way in advance, but I can't reach everybody, okay? So this is for the people who are coming soon to NextFest. But really, the best way to do NextFest is to already do well. And people are like, what? How is that possible? Let me tell you. How do you do well in NextFest? How do I get those 2,000? And it's not a hard line. I just eyeballed it. Don't quote me on 2,000. It was just, I just looked at the line, okay? It's not like in the algorithm that says 2,000. Don't ask Steam about 2,000. I just randomly picked 2,000 because it looked nice, okay? Don't overquote this. Don't quote me on Reddit. Okay, here's the secret. This is the secret, everybody. Launch your demo way before NextFest. Not even like, and I'm not saying like, oh, we're going to do 2 weeks before NextFest. No. You launch it months and months and months and months and months, maybe even years. Don't make a game for years. But way before NextFest, okay? So here's how you do it. You launch that demo way in advance, and then you go to howtomarketagame.com/festivals. You enter into other festivals. Here's the secret, folks. This is the secret. This is what it comes down to. Steam NextFest isn't even the best festival. There's other ones that are listed on this, howtomarketagame.com/festivals. They do much better than NextFest most of the time, okay? People just freak out about NextFest. I don't know why they do, okay? So here's how they actually do it. Now, if you don't believe me and you actually want to launch, this is what it takes to launch right before NextFest and still do well. Let me show you. This is Zaliver Nelson Jr., a very unappealing shot of the guy. He's a much better looking guy than this. I mean, he was like doing a funny joke. He was launching I Am Your Beast. He has an existing audience. This guy's released like half a dozen games already. Dozens of games, I should say. Double dozens of games. He has an existing audience. He was about to launch it. He launched it in June his demo launched as part of the PC Gaming Show. So here's him on the PC Gaming Show. You see that little icon? PC Gaming Show. He said, my game's live now. Play the demo. And then like a day later, 24 hours later, he did Steam NextFest. This is like 2024 or 2023. I can't remember. He did the summer one anyway. That's how you do well going in low. You have to be on PC Gaming Show. They have to accept you. Otherwise, this game, to get a game into the PC Gaming Show, costs about $30,000. So if you got $30,000 in June, get yourself into PC Gaming Show, time your demo right then Steam Next Fest, then you can launch right before Steam Next Fest with no previous wish list. But this is what it takes, folks. And even this is really hard, okay? So that's what it takes to launch a demo right before Steam Next Fest. Do you have that? If you don't have that, it's not going to happen. I am sorry. I am so sorry. This is a very risky strategy to try and release your demo right before Next Fest. Don't do it. Again, I'm sorry if you did that this time. I tried to tell you. It's on. I blogged about this stuff years ago. Okay? I'm sorry. But I'm telling the folks who are looking at the next Fest, which is in February, they're thinking, I'm going to do the February one. Remember, you've got to launch a demo way before, enter in festivals way before. That's what it takes. Okay? Don't launch immediately after Steam Next Fest. This I can catch you on. If you're in Next Fest now, you have low wish lists, and you're thinking, you know what? We're going to get some wish lists just before launch. And you know what? We got momentum after Next Fest. We only earned about 2,000 wish lists, but we got momentum, by golly. We're going to release our game right after Steam Next Fest because we have momentum. Let's take a look. Does that work? No, it's not a good idea. So what I did, this is June 2024. I did this chart. This is number of releases per day with over 50 hype. This data comes from Simon Carles's excellent service where you can look at the hype, and it's this algorithm they used to figure out how much momentum an individual game has. What I did was I looked at all the games that had over 50 hype points. It's just this proprietary number he made up. Don't obsess about what 50 hype points are. It correlates to how well the game's going to do later, how much momentum they have. And I plotted them all together. I added them up. Remember, it's the total number. Here it is. Look, games released that have over 50. Look, here's Steam Next Fest. This is the week of Steam Next Fest, just like this. Oh, it's June 2024. There it is. June 2024. And then what happens? All these indies that are like, we're going to release right after Steam Next Fest. I think I figured out a secret. You know who figured out? Every goddamn indie. Look at this. These are the number of games releasing in the days right after Next Fest. It's the highest of the month is the days after. You didn't come up with a good idea. Every indie has this idea. Don't release in the days after Next Fest. Look at how many games are launching during the summer sale, which is just about a week and a half later. Not many. See? Do the data, do the homework. It'll make you smarter. But we got momentum. That's what they always say. They always have momentum. I'm like, what is momentum to you? And they're like, I don't know, but we got it. After Next Fest, we got the momentum. We got that momentum. Here it is. You can look at, part of the Simon Carles. He does his hype score, which predicts how well the game's going to do. And then he goes back, and his data will also look at how well it actually did. So we call it, this is Simon Carles's data, hype score to first week conversion versus release date. Okay, that's a lot to take, but it's a ratio of how much hype it had to how much it actually converted is what it is. And this ratio is, so the higher the ratio, the more momentum was actually real momentum, right? Look at the games during the gap, which is the time after Steam Next Fest, but before summer sale. I'll call it the gap. But this is those indies. They're like, but we've got momentum. No, you don't. No games had momentum. It's like a flat line. Nobody converted extra well. There was no extra boost in momentum coming that made your conversions better. No. Look, the time when you got momentum is June 2nd. There's nothing magic about that. It's probably just some really good game release. June 10th, first day of Steam Next Fest, and then all these other games. No. There's no such thing as momentum. It's just something people on Reddit talk to themselves about. There is none. Look at this data right there. Simon Carles's hype conversion data. Okay, let's look at this. And just reminding you that there's the live Q&A. I just want to remind you again, in case you're not there, it's right below. I link below it in the comments section. I say, hey, I'm going to do live Q&A. We're going to talk whether you got momentum. But the reason I'm doing it Friday is so that we can look at Thursday and see what you did. Did you stay flat? Did you have that, or did you go higher? Now, again, remember, this is impressions from the store page, not from external activity. This is purely driven by the store page, Steam Next Fest. No outside thing like, oh, I bet these people bought ads. No. This is purely driven by the store page, which is pure algorithm. There's no purchase spots. Some games are just magic. They just have the magic, okay? And then you can see the games that seems like, ooh, this is a sloppy. Let's put the slop down here. You can see the slop curve. That's the slop curve. And some games are just kind of flat. They're just like, you're fine. I don't know. We'll just kind of keep you there. Notice Saturday. This one's interesting. Saturday, a lot of people come in on Saturday, and they're like, hey, let's check out this NextFest that I heard about. They're waiting till Saturday check, so you always see a little secondary bump. It's actually the number one day for Diamond tier games. And then maybe Gold tier, and then Silver tier. They get a little bit of a bump, but not the old Slime tier. Slime tier, they're just like, yike, sloppy. That's what they do. All right. If you really want to remember to get that NextFest reminder for the Q&A that I'm going to do live on YouTube, here it is, howtomarketagame.com/free. Don't like and subscribe. Don't like it. YouTube sucks. Like and subscribe. Don't do that. I don't care. I don't want you to subscribe. It sucks. YouTube sucks. What I want you to subscribe to is the newsletter, which is howtomarketagame.com/free, and you get this free book, which is 60 marketing mistakes that you're going to make. When you subscribe to somebody's YouTube, do you get that? No. I'm trying to get you all to realize YouTube sucks. When you subscribe to YouTube, you get nothing. You just get more annoying distractions. This, you get a lovely book, handcrafted by me, not AI, handcrafted by a human, right here. Okay, more tips coming up right here. Okay, all you got to do is subscribe here, and then you're going to find out about the Q&A next Friday right here on YouTube, even though it sucks, but I got to go where the kids are. All right, thank you so much. I'll talk to you all later.